France is preparing to test a battlefield artificial intelligence command system designed to challenge the US-built Palantir Maven platform inside a NATO exercise in Poland this month. And the outcome will decide whether Europe depends on American military AI or builds its own digital war brain for future conflicts. General Patrick Justel says France already tested its Arcadia system in live exercises and now plans to plug it into NATO coalition networks during CWIX, a major interoperability drill running in Poland from June 8 to June 26. And this is not just software competition, it is a struggle over who controls battlefield data in the age of AI decision-making. NATO began training with Palantir Maven Smart System in August 2025, marking the alliance's first AI-enabled command and control platform derived from the Pentagon Project Maven program. France responds with Arcadia developed alongside firms including Mistral AI, Safran AI, Thales, and Airbus. The French Army already tested it in exercises such as Orion 26 and Dacian Fall in Romania. The core debate now centers on digital sovereignty, meaning whether Europe should rely on US-controlled defense software or build independent AI command systems that remain under national control. France argues Arcadia follows NATO, federated mission networking standards, while questioning whether Maven fully integrates those requirements. Palantir responds that its system is compatible with NATO data security standards and is moving toward full certification. NATO allies, including the UK, are also developing similar AI command systems, but lack full technical integration, creating a fragmented but rapidly evolving battlefield AI ecosystem. First revelation centers on control of battlefield data. France does not simply compete with Palantir, it challenges the idea that one centralized American platform should process allied military intelligence across NATO. Arcadia instead distributes data across a mesh network architecture, connecting field servers directly to command posts. This reduces dependence on distant cloud infrastructure and ensures that if one node fails, the system continues operating. France frames this as resilience in modern warfare, where electronic attacks and infrastructure strikes target digital networks at scale. But this design also reflects political intent. France wants control over its data and decision loops, not dependency on a US company for core military cognition in joint operations. This creates tension inside NATO, where interoperability requires shared standards, but sovereignty pushes fragmentation. The result is a quiet architectural split in allied war systems that could shape how NATO fights in the next decade. And that leads directly to a deeper problem of trust between allies, because every data layer defines who makes the final decision in modern warfare, where milliseconds matter more than manpower control of data equals control of action. And that is why this dispute goes far beyond software vendors and enters the core of military authority. Second revelation exposes the competition for Europe's defense tech ecosystem. France builds Arcadia with Mistral AI, Safran AI, Thales, and Airbus, signaling a deliberate strategy of industrial independence from US defense software giants. This approach mirrors Europe's wider push for technological sovereignty, meaning control over critical infrastructure and defense intelligence systems within national or European ownership. Arcadia has already been tested in exercises in Romania and France, where it processed battlefield data and supported command decisions in real time. France also builds Berthier, a military large language model designed to summarize intelligence and support staff officers, but always keeps human commanders in the decision loop, unlike fully automated systems. This creates a dual ecosystem in Europe where US platforms dominate NATO integration, while European systems compete for long-term adoption and export potential. And that competition now shapes procurement choices across multiple armies, and leads directly to strategic fragmentation inside the alliance, because interoperability standards do not automatically guarantee shared systems when political incentives diverge. And that gap becomes increasingly important as AI becomes central to targeting and reconnaissance decisions. France, therefore, positions Arcadia as an alternative path for allies who want autonomy without breaking NATO cohesion entirely. This competition will intensify as certification processes move forward. Third revelation focuses on resilience and war planning. France designs Arcadia as a decentralized mesh network, where command posts operate even when disconnected from central systems. This matters in high-intensity conflict, where satellites, jammed communications, and cyber attacks can isolate units in the field. Unlike centralized cloud systems, Arcadia keeps partial functionality at the edge, meaning local commanders still access intelligence and can act independently. France also integrates its AI tools with NATO interoperability standards, but tests how far those standards stretch under real battlefield stress. The UK and other allies watch closely because they face the same challenge: building AI command systems without becoming dependent on a single vendor. This creates a transitional moment where NATO must choose between unified digital infrastructure or a federated patchwork of national systems. The outcome will define how allied forces coordinate in future wars, where data speed and system survival determine battlefield advantage more than traditional firepower, and that shift is already underway. NATO exercises like CWIX become testing grounds for that future, and France intends to shape it by pushing open architecture AI systems that avoid vendor lock-in and preserve national control over sensitive military intelligence. This could redefine European defense computing for decades ahead and reshape NATO power dynamics permanently. The implications extend across Europe and NATO as military AI becomes a strategic asset. Rather than just a technical tool, France pushes for digital sovereignty, which pressures allies to reconsider reliance on US platforms, while the United States maintains dominance through systems like Maven. This tension could fragment interoperability if not carefully managed. Viewers should watch how NATO certification decisions shape procurement across Europe and influence future defense budgets, especially as AI systems begin to determine real-time targeting and operational coordination across allied forces in future conflicts and alliances. The future of warfare belongs to those who control battlefield data. If this analysis changed how you see geopolitical AI warfare, subscribe, because next week I'm covering next battlefield command systems.